Hello, I'm Jim Burke. I'm a board member with the Windsor Arts Center, and we're really happy, as always, to welcome the Human Relations Commission to use our space for an event. And the Windsor Arts Center is a nonprofit organization, and right now you see a new show that is just actually hung yesterday. The show will start with an opening reception on March 15th. We have 3 young women artists who have collaborated on this show. It's going to be very interesting. There will be an artist talk on March 22nd. Most of our events are at 2 in the afternoon. There is a collaborator showcase on April 4th. There's a special day on April 11th. It's called Slow Art Event. Slow art is where you spend time looking at a single or a couple of pieces of art and you kind of get into it, because believe it or not, when people go to a gallery, they spend about 7 seconds on a piece of art and they move on to the next one. We also have a very special event happening on April 25th. Another phenomenal woman of Windsor will be here. Sasha Dubrovic McKinney, who is a poet, will be here to share her book, to have a book signing. She's been recognized in the Atlantic, and she's a Windsor youth. So we will also be having some accompanying workshops that the artists will be giving here. So look to the front desk, and there we have cards like this, and it has all of the information on the show. So the restroom is down this corridor if you need that. And the Art Center, the Human Relations Commission has provided some refreshments for you. So thank you, and Lisette?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is amazing. Our women are going to be so happy to sit up here and see all of your happy faces. So, thank you for joining the Human Relations Commission today as we celebrate three beautiful women who were nominated by our community to receive this year's Phenomenal Woman Award. My name is Lisette Latour-Muzinski, and I am the chairman of the Human Relations Commission. Today we gather to celebrate 3 phenomenal women on International Women's Day, a day that honors the strength, resilience, and brilliance of women across the world. It is a day of reflection, of gratitude, and of renowned commitment to lifting one another higher. But more than that, it is a day to recognize the strength of women, and it's not only reserved for history books or headlines. It lives in everyday moments in our homes, our workplaces, in our communities, and in the quiet acts of courage that often go unseen. The strength of a woman is not defined by the absence of struggle. In fact, it is often revealed through struggle. Every day, women juggle numerous responsibilities: careers, deadlines, school drop-offs, and bedtime stories. They manage households while leading teams. They show up to civic meetings and continue their education, all after a long day working. They volunteer, organize, advocate, and serve, often without recognition or applause. Juggling family, career, education, and civic engagement is not simply about time management. It is about emotional labor. It is about carrying the needs of others while still nurturing one's own dreams. It is about showing up fully in multiple spaces, even when energy feels depleted. And yet, these 3 women continue to rise to the occasion, not because it's easy, but because it matters. During those seasons of exhaustion and pressure, we must also recognize the quiet strength of partnership. Many busy women are able to continue striving because they are not striving alone. Spouses and partners often step in, packing lunches, managing carpools, taking on extra responsibilities at home, and offering reassurance after long days. They become steady anchors during turbulent times. Their support does not diminish a woman's strength, it reinforces it. True partnership is not about competition over who does more. It's about mutual respect, shared sacrifice, and a shared vision for the life being built together. When a spouse says, "I've got this tonight," or "keep going, I believe in you," it becomes fuel. It can be the difference between burnout and perseverance. Strong women are often surrounded by strong partners who understand that success is a team effort. On this International Women's Day, we honor not only the women who carry so much, but also the supportive spouses and partners who stand beside them, lifting and encouraging them through seasons of growth and challenge. One of the greatest powers women possess is the ability to support one another. There is something transformative that happens when women choose collaboration over competition, encouragement over comparison, and mentorship over judgment. When one woman says to another, "I see you, I believe in you, I'm here for you," mountains begin to move. During good times, women celebrate each other's promotions, milestones, and achievements. They cheer from the sidelines and applaud from the front row. During difficult times, they bring meals, offer childcare, send late-night messages of encouragement, and sit in silence when words aren't enough. That kind of solidarity is powerful. It creates networks of resilience that no challenge can easily break. And let us remember the beauty of women is not confined to appearance. Beauty is shaped by each unique journey, and each story holds its own brilliance. As Maya Angelou so beautifully said, "Nothing can dim the light which shines from within." True beauty lies authentically in courage to show up exactly as you are. It lies in compassion extended to others. It lies in resilience when life does not go according to plan. The world is more vibrant, more innovative, and more compassionate because the diverse experiences Mel, Josefina, and Maureen, and many other women like them bring to it. Yet unity does not mean uniformity. Women will not always agree. Differences in opinion, style, or approach are natural, and in fact necessary for growth. The true test of strength is not in avoiding conflict, but navigating it with grace. When women learn to work alongside of those they may not naturally align with, when they listen deeply, seek understanding, and focus on shared goals, extraordinary progress becomes possible. Working together does not require perfect harmony. It requires mutual respect. It requires a willingness to see potential in one another. It requires the maturity to say, we may not see things the same way, but we both want something better, and we can build it together. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. That belief in dreams and possibility and in one another is what drives women forward. It is what propels communities towards justice and opportunity. It's what inspires daughters to imagine futures larger than the limits placed on their mothers. So how are we going to honor women today? We're going to honor them by listening to their voices, advocating for fairness and equity, sharing responsibilities at home and in our communities, by mentoring the next generation, and by choosing kindness, collaboration, and courage. But most importantly, we honor women by believing in them, not just today, but every day. Thank you. Thank you again for being here to celebrate Mel, Josefina, and Maureen, and show them that their community is supporting them in all that they do for the town of Windsor. At this time, I would like to turn the program over to another incredible woman, Monica Nugent, Vice Chair of the Windsor Human Relations Commission and the lead organizer of today's event.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. I wanted to take a moment just to say thank you for being here and to recognize some of our town officials who are in the audience. Thank you to Mayor Black-Burke for being here, Town Manager Peter Souza, Councilor Ron Eleveld, Board of Education member David Fury, and I think that's, and Patrick, thank you. Oh, who else? And Jane Garibay, I am so sorry. Our state representative is also here. Thank you so much. So I have the honor to read Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman poem, as we do every year during this celebration. So bear with me as I get through it. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellows stands or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you feel proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. We're going to start with our nominees, and so I've written a little bit about each one. So our first nominee has been part of the Windsor community for over a decade. Her volunteer list with the Windsor Senior Center is long, but there are a few that really stand out. She's a member of several groups, including the Expressive Artists Group, even having her artwork on display at the Senior Center. Through her creativity during the pandemic, she embarked on sewing protective masks for Hartford Hospital, the Windsor Public Health Department, and her neighbors, helping them through an unprecedented time. Further, she has enlisted others to help with knitting projects. Her donations of hats, gloves, and scarves have gone to the American Cancer Society and those experiencing homelessness in Hartford through the Hartford Police Department. Lastly, what I thought was to be one of her most fun involvements was teaching students at the Windsor Senior Center and JFK Elementary School Hawaiian hula dancing, encouraging students to move their bodies and learn a new skill. This nominee has shared all of her talents to create a more vibrant and welcoming Windsor. It is an honor to present this Phenomenal Woman Award to Josefina Rodriguez.
Thank you. I need a humor. Thank you. I have about 10 pages. Lisette told me that I was asking her how many hours I have. And she said, we have to be out at 4:30. So I said, I'm gonna end at 4:29. Anyway, seriously, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Phenomenal Women Judging and Nominating Committee for this special honor. It's really unexpected. And also to my co-nominees this year for sharing their name with me, for accompanying with my name in the list. It would have been so sad if it's only my name in the nominee. So anyway, my thanks also goes, this is page 1. My thanks go to my family, my 2 daughters, my son-in-law who's here, my 2 grandsons, and my husband, Al Rodriguez. My husband is patient enough not to bother me when I'm counting stitches for my when I'm crocheting. And when he's hungry, he fixes his own dinner. It's always ramen anyway. And my two daughters, who to me they are my security blanket. They don't infiltrate my space, but they're just in the periphery. They're like 911. When I call, they come. And that's the reason why I landed in Windsor, and because they live here, my two daughters. And it was so weird that I ended up in Windsor, a town that's only 10 or 15 away from Hartford. And Hartford name had been connected to my grade school history class in the Philippines. And so, this is a long story. And so, the Philippines was ruled by Spain for 300 years. And what they did was spread Christianity in the Philippines, specifically Catholicism. But when the Americans came over and ruled the Philippines, they opened or established free public education. Everybody went to school. But in big cities, school buildings were built. There were, benches and everything. But in rural areas, classes are held under a shady mango tree. The children are seated on any rock that's available, and some classes are held by the ocean, and the parked fishing boats are the classroom or the benches of the children. And so the Americans established our public education, patterned after yours. We have reading, writing, and physical education. And guess what? We have to learn U.S. history. And so we got to learn the Pilgrims on the Mayflower, the Ellis Island, the country who gifted the Statue of Liberty, the Declaration of Independence, the Civil War, Billy the Kid, we know. And every Monday morning we raise the U.S. flag and we sing the national anthem of America. We don't call it Star Spangled Banner. We call it, oh, say, can you see? And so our classes are held in English, textbook in English. So we have to read at home children's books like Heidi and Rebecca and the Sunnybrook Farm and Uncle Tom's Cabin and what else? Charlotte's Web. The high schoolers, they have to read Gone with the Wind and Ben-Hur and The Great Gatsby and the Grapes of Wrath, I think. But anyway, going back to Hartford, this is third grade class, okay? The teacher says, well, we have to also memorize all the capitals of all the states in the U.S. Anyway, our teacher says, what is the insurance capital of the world. And we all say, Hartford, Connecticut. Because in our language, we don't have, it's the same as yours, ABC, but we don't have C, we don't have F, we don't have F words, you know. The letter V, Q, and Z. So when the word is food, we say food, because we, you know, instead of F, we say P. For, we say pour. So when the teacher said, what's the insurance capital of the world? We say Hartford. And we're very fanatic too, so we have to pronounce every syllable of the word, like participation. So we pronounce Connecticut, Connecticut. We say Hartford, Connecticut. Only then that I got here and I found out that the right pronunciation is Hartford, Connecticut. And that's the end of my Hartford story. The next one is page 3. The next one is a thank you to my friend Gloria, for nominating me. And now I call her my dear friend. Well, one day she came and said, Josie, I'm nominating you for the Phenomenal Woman of the Year. I said, okay. The following day, she came with a form. And she said, I have to fill this up because the deadline is in 2 days. And I said, do you want me to write it so that we can, she said, no, I know you well enough to write a good one, she said. So we sat down, and item number 1, full name of the nominee. She said, what's your full name? Oh my gosh, she said she knows me too well. I said, Josefina, there's an F in there because it's a Spanish name. And item number 2, she said, I know your last name. So she started writing. She said, Rodriguez. Is it spelled S or Z? Duh, you know me that well. And then the address. And she's been in my house for several times. She doesn't know my house number. So I guess she wrote the essay real good that she fooled the nominating committee. Anyway, my thanks also goes to my senior friends at the Windsor Senior Center, my posse. They helped me a lot in completing all my projects, and the Windsor Senior Center for letting me let their space be my takeoff and landing strip for all my projects. School children have playgrounds. The seniors have a playground too. The senior center is a happy place. But the difference is we got a lot of food at the senior center. At the playground in school, there's nothing. So anyway, my thanks is over. So that's it. Take your time.
Congratulations.
That's a tough act to follow. Our next nominee has been part of the Windsor community since 1982. She raised her family in town and now, almost 4 decades later, continues to call Windsor home. She currently serves as a trustee for the Friends of Northwest Park and has been in that role for almost a decade. She has held the office of secretary for many years and is someone that consistently steps up when something needs to be done. She showed her leadership through her work on the Northwest Park Country Fair, shepherding it through the pandemic to ensure its continuation. But her work in the community did not start there. Shortly after moving to Windsor, this nominee served as an EMTI, serving in that role for almost 10 years, dedicating countless hours to the care and well-being of Windsor residents. She also helped establish a girls' softball league in the center of town, expanding opportunities for young athletes when such programs were still developing. Further working in her community, this nominee has served as the commissioner of the Windsor Fire District for 15 years. In this role, she contributes to the oversight and governance of the town. Lastly, this candidate has spent over a decade working as a dedicated poll worker in the town, ensuring the smooth administration of the democratic process. This nominee exemplifies all that it is to be called a phenomenal woman. She has quietly and consistently woven herself into the fabric of Windsor's civic life, motivated only by a desire to strengthen the community. It is an honor to present this Phenomenal Woman Award to Maureen Canning.
Josefina, this is a really difficult act to follow. My speech is going to be a lot shorter. I just want to thank, first of all, the person who nominated me. I don't see him here today, but I want to thank him for his kind words. And I want to thank the committee for valuing these kind words. I've become a Windsorite sometime in that 44 years that we've been in the Windsor community. And I love Windsor so much. I love that it's diversity. I love I even love that we have we can I'm trying to think of her name, but she was the witch. And we have the right to call the first witch in the United States of America. Alice Young, yes. Sorry, Alice. It's too bad that she couldn't have had my daughter as her public defender. Maybe then she would have beat the rap. But, you know, the things that we do in Windsor, especially mine, all have to do with the heart of Windsor, the things that we have, the Shad Derby, the Country Fair, the Chili Fest, the parades. The Memorial Day parade is always a touching affair. And I love all these events. But you know, there's something in there that they all have something in common. And what they have in common is at the core of it. And that is volunteers. They're volunteers. Without the volunteer, there is no event. And that's what we're having problems with today. I hear it from all the organizations trying to get the volunteers. But it's a different world. You can't blame this community the generational coming up. Their world is different than ours. So it is difficult. And in this, I just want to say that this makes it so much more special receiving this award at this time. And I just want to say how much I am blessed by this community for all that it has given me. And I'm going to continue to give back in the spirit of the award as well. So again, I'd like to thank the committee, and I'd like to thank my family and friends for being here to help celebrate with me today. I am blessed.
And now I will turn it back over to Lisette to do the Chairman's Award.
Hello again. Thank you for being so amazing at giving your speech. Congratulations, Maureen, again. And now we're to our last recipient of the Phenomenal Women's Award for 2026. And today I have the privilege of recognizing a truly phenomenal woman whose quiet generosity and deep love for her community has made Windsor a better place for so many. This year, the Windsor Human Relations Commission proudly presents Mel Madigan with the Phenomenal Woman Chairman's Award. To understand the heart behind everything she does today, we have to go back to the beginning of her journey. At just 18 years old, she told her parents that one day she will own a coffee shop. It was a dream rooted not just in business, but in creating a place where people could gather, connect, and feel welcome. In 2005, she moved to Connecticut, and in 2017, that dream turned into a reality, and she opened her own coffee shop. From the beginning, it was clear that her shop would be more than just a business. It would be a space for community, generosity, and opportunity. One of the most remarkable things about her is how she chooses to share that space with others. She regularly rents out to organizations that are working to make Windsor a better place. But her idea of rent is something very special. Instead of asking for a payment, she simply asks for donations, canned goods for local pantries, supplies for animal shelters, or monetary donations that can help people in need. These monetary donations are used in a particularly compassionate way. For instance, she might reach out to a local veterinarian office and ask if there's a family who loves their pet deeply but may be unable to afford an unexpected bill. When she can, she helps to cover that cost, giving relief to families who might otherwise face heartbreaking decisions. And she always asks to stay anonymous. Her generosity, well, not anymore. Her generosity continues throughout the year in many ways. She provides opportunities for community organizations to raise awareness and funds for the causes they care about. The Windsor Robotics team has used her space to raise funds for their trip to the World Championship in Texas. The local scouts have set up tables to raise money for uniforms. And the Windsor Human Relations Commission has been grateful for her support in helping us raise funds for our annual scholarship. During Windsor's Christmas parade each year, she has a Santa in front of her coffee shop, and she invites all families to stop by for photos. There's no charge for those pictures. Only a request that families bring a canned good donation. It's a simple gesture that allows every family to create a joyful holiday memory while also helping neighbors in need. She also collects donations for Project Santa, helping purchase gifts so that parents facing financial hardship can still give their children something special during the holidays. Perhaps one of the most telling examples of her character is the culture she creates within her own business. She encourages her employees to lead with kindness. If someone comes in and realizes they forgot their wallet or they don't have quite enough money, she makes it clear that that customer should never leave without the treats they came in for. To her, a small act of kindness can make someone's day a little brighter. All of these things are done because she truly believes in the organizations she supports, in the kindness of others, and in the generosity of this town. She never set out looking for recognition. In fact, she is humble and a little shy, and she would like to say that she is simply doing what feels right, but the truth is that her actions have created countless moments of kindness, opportunity, and connection throughout Windsor. She reminds us that community is built not only through big gestures, but through small, thoughtful acts repeated again and again. It is truly an honor to recognize Mel Madigan today as a phenomenal woman, someone who followed a dream, opened her heart to others, and continues to make Windsor a better place for everyone.
Wow, I think that was a lot, but amazing, so thank you so much. That was so sweet. I just wanted to come up a little, and by the way, I wanted to dress up, but I just got out of work, so I'm in true form. If you come to the Bean, this is what you get. So I'll be quick. I loved your speech, by the way. I learned a lot today, so that was amazing. I just wanted to say, well, one, committee, thank you, obviously, for having us here. The town, Windsor. You know, I tell my wife all the time that we are so blessed to be able to raise our son in such a beautiful community and a beautiful town. Moved here in 2017, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm here, and I absolutely love Windsor. Windsor is a piece of me, a piece of my family, and so thank you. For one. I just want to kind of say, there's a quote that I wake up to and I think about daily when I get up, and it's one day or day one, you decide. And I want to say that one more time. One day or day one, you decide. And that's a lot of where I start my day and how can I make a difference? How can I do something small just to create a ripple effect into the community, and maybe that will cause a ripple effect into other towns, states, possibly the USA, right? If we just all make that ripple effect. So I am truly honored and grateful to receive the Chairman Award for the Windsor Phenomenal Women. Thank you for this meaningful recognition and for celebrating the contributions of the women in our community. I share this honor with the many of the inspiring women of the past, in the now, and for the years and the future, for the years to come, that continue to lead, serve, and uplift others every day. I'm thankful for the support of my amazing, phenomenal wife, my son, my family, my friends, and the community, and those who encourage and show up every day for me. There's nothing I want more than to be an example of love, goodness, and kindness, especially to my son and to all I come in contact with. It's a privilege to be a part of such a strong and empowering community and a place that I am proud to call home. I sincerely appreciate this, and I'm not stopping. So, thank you, Windsor.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the awards ceremony today. Once again, congratulations. Give a round of applause and congratulations to Maureen, Josefina, and Mel. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Town Manager. Thank you, Councilman. Thank you, Board of Education. It means a lot for me and for all these women here to see the support, and thank you so much to everyone in our community. Thank you for your nominations. Thank you for supporting all the women in your lives. We appreciate it, and happy International Women's Day. Feel free to stay and mingle, have some food, some drinks. Can I have your attention just for one moment? Can all three phenomenal women please come to the front, along with the councilman, town manager, Jane, and the mayor, please? Thank you.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're